It's 86 out. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, maybe it's not actually 86 out right now, but it's hot out, guys. It's finally hot out, and I cannot complain because you know that I have been so hyped on the weather finally getting nice, and it is finally getting nice. So you probably click on this video and you're like, oh my God, he regrets buying the Jeep Grand Cherokee. He's gonna get rid of it. Oh my God, we finally had the boy back. He finally had the Jeep back, and now he's in the SRT. And now we're gonna lose him once again. But no, that's not what we're gonna talk about. I just wanna let you guys know a little bit of insider information. So bring it on in here. Let's just talk about it just a little bit. There's a little bit to talk about. Now, I have to say that the first thing is obviously going to be the gas mileage. Now, this was not an issue when I first purchased it, but the prices have just been going straight up, which you guys know the gas prices for everyone are just awful right now. With this needing premium, it's pushing that $6 a gallon kind of area, which makes it even worse for me personally. It's not something I enjoy, so I do regret it for that fact. I will put that at number one. Well, not the most important, but still in this list, I will say that that is one thing that I do regret about buying this. But I also have the charger. But yeah, just the gas prices, you know, just be aware of that. Like I said, make sure you're able to afford it, plus afford the gas on top of it, because it is going to be another car payment on top of it just for the gas alone. So do think about that. Now let's of course talk about one of the many reasons why I do not regret buying the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, and that's of course miles per gallon, baby. Miles per gallon. Now the number two reason why I regret buying my Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT is just simple. It's a simple one, and that's the color. Obviously I could change this by wrapping it, but the reason I don't like the color is because, well, first I had the original Jeep, it looked exactly like this, and now this one it looks exactly the same, like not much has changed. So that's an issue. The biggest issue, which is like overall the biggest thing that's been bothering me, is just simply the fact that it's white on black, which is one, every single car, two, it's not only every single car, but it's every single Jeep Grand Cherokee, it seems. Now the other day I was driving, you know, and then I think I went golfing with my dad or something, and on that day I parked at the driving range, and there was probably 4, I think, other white Jeeps. Obviously they didn't have the SRT that we have here, but they still did have a Jeep Grand Cherokee that was white with black. So just like an Altitude or just about anything. I mean, there's one driving by right now. Like, that's how common it is that literally I can't go 3 seconds without seeing another white Jeep. So crazy color coming. Stay tuned on the channel. Hopefully maybe we can figure it out. Should I wrap it myself? I don't know. Let me know down below. Do you guys want a full wrap video? Should I teach you guys how to do the wrap? Should I figure out how to do the wrap myself? Yeah, I don't know. Now don't get me wrong, guys, I do absolutely love this Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. Obviously the whole platform of the WK2 Jeep has been what has got me here on the channel. So don't get me, like I said, don't get me wrong, I do love this Jeep, and yeah, it's just, you know, I need to change it up a little bit. So there are things that I do regret about buying this one, and maybe it's just this one in particular. Because my previous Jeep, I would say that I didn't really have many regrets, obviously, because I went into this one. But I will say that the community here has grown, and it's something fantastic. So there's a lot more things that I don't regret than I do. But there definitely is 5 regrets, obviously, of things that I don't like about it, that it kind of reasons that, you know, maybe I wouldn't buy another Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Stop the cap. Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk.
And I think that the biggest, easiest, low-hanging fruit for me to talk about in these videos, and for things that I regret, is obviously cost related, because everything is so expensive for these cars. Now that's not just because it's a Jeep Grand Cherokee or just because it's an SRT. I think a lot of the parts on the Jeep Grand Cherokee are fairly a little bit expensive, but just overall the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, it costs more to maintain. There's a lot more maintenance costs. I mean, the tires alone, if I want these exact ones, which personally I wouldn't recommend going this route, you know, they're not the best tires. They are what they run on the like factory OEM. If you want to keep it OEM, then go ahead. They're like $400 or $500, $450. But even on the low end, for some decent ones that I'm looking at are like $300, that are actually a good brand and everything. But that's one thing, is like cost related, you know, things like that. If you want to get an oil change, it's going to cost more. If anything breaks, it's going to cost more. So like I said about the gas in number 1, you know, you have to think about these things and think about the maintenance costs on these different vehicles, when you're purchasing them, because yeah, like brakes and rotors, if you want to replace those or you need to replace them, it's going to cost you a little bit of a pretty penny, which is not everyone's favorite thing, you know. It's not my favorite thing at all. Another thing that I regret about buying this is just the common flaws in general. Now, every single Jeep Grand Cherokee, most likely in its lifetime, is going to start to get the bubbling on the hood. Like, that's a crazy manufacturer's flaw. Like, I don't understand how that one has gotten so far, because it's happened so much. Along with that, like, same thing here on the SRT. Obviously, you're only going to get this if you have the SRT, but like the trim here, like, these are just common issues that they've known about forever, and they still haven't been fixed. So if someone can let me know down below, maybe you guys are from Jeep and you can let me know what's up with that, man. Why don't you guys actually fix the issue? Like, you know the issues are there, you're getting all kinds of warranty claims, you're getting all kinds of stuff like that. Like, why are you not doing it? Like, it don't make any sense to me. And it blows my mind, actually, that it's a thing. Now, the next one, actually, you gotta pop the hood for, because this is gonna be the last final one, number 5 here on the list of things that I absolutely regret about my Jeep. Now, when I purchased this Jeep, I didn't know much about what I was talking about, to be honest with you. I knew about Jeeps, you know, I'm a pretty good guy for the Jeep Grand Cherokees. I tend to be, you know, the go-to here on YouTube for the Jeep Grand Cherokee content. But what I didn't know was about this this guy right here, the 6.4 liter Hemi. Obviously, I've heard about the Hemi Tick and all the issues that come along with the Hemi Tick. But for me, I hadn't ever experienced it, heard it, anything like that, looked into it too much. I had that weird noise where, like this, like when I shut it off, it would be like a kind of noise. Still probably does it, haven't checked, to be honest. They told me it was supposed to do that. It's not supposed to do that, I will tell you that. But the Hemi Tick, boys, the Hemi Tick, I feel like I am slowly getting it. Let me start it up here, see if we can get a little bit of a going for you, a little bit of a tick going on, and you guys can let me know, because I'm pretty sure, I am pretty sure that we have a little bit of a Hemi Tick going on here. I do think there's other issues going on with the performance of this engine. It's just overall, I think we got some issues. If you haven't seen those videos, go ahead and click them up there. Yeah, I think there's some issues, and let me just get to it. Let me start it up. So if you guys have the SRT, if you guys have the 5.7 Hemi, let me know. Do you guys got some tick? What does it sound like? I mostly hear it when I'm like against stuff. So if there's a wall over here, like on my side, that's where I'm gonna hear it the most. Or if I'm like at a drive-through, something like that, you can really hear the tick. And I want to know what you guys have experience with. Do you guys have experience with that? You guys heard it? You know, what you think here? Does this sound okay? Like I said, I hear it a lot when I go next to stuff. There's like a tick, 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 tick. I guess I can just, you know, I'm gonna throw a clip in here. Just hold on one second. Can you guys hear it? Now let me know, guys, what do you think of that? Did it sound like it's got some Hemi Tick in it? That was just there in the garage, so I was just with my Lamborghini and my books, you know, just doing what I have to do. But let me know down below what you guys think, and I will catch you in the next one.
Hey. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk.
Can we scare the cows? Can we scare the cows? I don't think they care.
She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it.